Good morning everyone. For today's lesson, we are going to discuss about ellipse. In this lesson, we need to define ellipse, give the different properties of an ellipse with center at 0, 0 or the origin, identify the coordinate of the different properties of an ellipse with center at 0, 0, identify the coordinates of the different properties of an ellipse with a center at hk, and also transform standard from a form equation of ellipse to general form and vice versa. In this part, we're going to talk about ellipse. What is an ellipse? An ellipse is a set of all points P in a plane such that the sum of the distance of P from two fixed points F and F of the plane is constant. The constant sum is equal to the length of the major axis 2A. Each of the fixed point is called the focus, or in plural, that is foci. The following terms are important in drawing the graph of an ellipse, so these are the things that you need to remember. Number 1 is the eccentricity. Measures the degree of the flatness of an ellipse. The eccentricity of an ellipse should be less than 1. Focal chord is any chord of the ellipse passing through the focus. Major axis is the segment cut by the ellipse on the line containing the foci, a segment joining the vertices of an ellipse. Vertices are the endpoints of the major axis and denoted by 2A. Remember that 2A because we are going to use the 2A later. As our next part of the video will be uploaded, the vertex is equal to A. Remember that later. Then, latus rectum or lateral recta in plural form is the segment cut by the ellipse passing through the foci and perpendicular to the major axis. The formula for the lateral recta is equal to 2b squared over 2a. Ang last. So, ito po ang mga properties of ellipse. Properties ng ellipse. Number 1, the curve of an ellipse intersects the major axis at 2 points called the vertices. It is usually denoted by the vertex V and V prime. So, isa po ito sa mga major sa mga ellipse natin. If the ellipse is along x-axis, syempre ito po yung itsura ng ellipse natin. Nasa x-axis ang pinakamahaba, which is the vertex, and fixed point na tinutukoy kanina is the letter F. This is the letter F. That is the foci, and the center is here, and the vertex is there. Okay? That is the first property. The second property is, this is the ellipse major axis along y-axis. So, patayo po siya, class. The length of the segment VV is equal to, or the vertex segment of the vertex is equal to 2A, where A is the length of the semi major axis. So that means the length of the vertex from here up to here is equal to 2A. Next property, the midpoint of the segment V to V is called the center of an ellipse, denoted by C. Okay? This midpoint, of course, if the center is the midpoint of the vertex, also center is the midpoint of the foci. Third property, the distance of the center to the foci is denoted by letter C. We all know that the distance from the vertex to the center is denoted as letter A. The distance from the foci to center is denoted as letter C, small letter c. Capital letter C is our center, the small letter c is our foci, or is our focus. So, the line segments through f sub 1 and f sub 2 perpendicular to the major axis are the lateral recta, and each has the length of 2b squared over 2a. The lateral recta is perpendicular, passes through the focus. There's one. There are two lateral recta. There are two because po dalawa yung focus natin. that is perpendicular to x-axis. Ito po yun. The formula to get the length of that lateral recta is 2b squared over a. Okay? The same as the other side because they are equal. So this is the equation of the ellipse along x and y axis. Ito po, plus ay y. X squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared is equal to 1. That is the equation of the ellipse along x-axis. And x squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared is the equation of the ellipse along y-axis. Nag-change lang po ang b squared natin at a squared natin from the original x-axis as the major axis. Okay, remember those two equations. So, find the equation of the ellipse which satisfies the given condition. Number 1, foci at 0, 4 and 0, 4, 0, negative 4, vertex at 0, 6. We already know that the equation is along y-axis. X squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared is equal to 1. Sir, paano nyo po nasabi na ang equation ay along y-axis? Sabi po kanina, yes, ang major axis natin composed of foci, vertex, and also center. Ang foci natin ay ito, at it changes at y. This one, it changes at y. Ang vertex natin ay nasa y din. Nasa y-axis. Automatically, our equation is x squared over b squared kasi nga automatically po na nasa y-axis ang major axis natin. Okay, now we already know in foci that it is denoted by letter C. If our foci is letter C, our focus is denoted as letter C, that letter C is equal to positive and negative 4 based on the given. Vertex naman natin is denoted by letter A. And remember na pares lagi ang vertex. We have 0, 6. Automatically on the other side, we have 0 and negative 6. So that means our vertex is denoted also by letter A, which is equal to positive and negative 6 based on the given. Remember the formula that we are going to use as c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. For us to get for the value of b, as we need it to identify the equation of the ellipse. Then, palitan lang po natin ang value. For positive and negative 4, which is our c squared, is equal to, ang a natin is positive and negative 6 squared minus b squared. 4 squared is equal to 16. Positive negative 6 squared is equal to 36 minus b squared. Then, we can solve for b. 16 minus 36 is equal to negative b squared. 16 minus 36 is negative 20 equal to negative b squared. So that means our b squared is equal to 20. B is equal to the square root of 20. So, we already have our equation as we identified the letter B and letter A. Our equation is equal to x squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared equal to 1. We're just going to substitute b squared and a squared. We have x squared over our b squared is 20 from this b squared, and also plus y squared over our a squared is this one. A squared is 6 times 6 squared, that is 36, so that this is 36